What's going on, world? It's your boy Judah, and we are back with another game of Emotions podcast. To my left, your right is my poo, is my thing, is my wife. He is the love of my life.
Hey y'all, I am Shanice.
Hey, so we're gonna hop right into today's episode. We're not gonna waste any time. Let's get right to it. So today, what we're talking about is something that we all have, will, and I'm pretty sure we will continuously experience this for the rest of our lives. But we need to know this information so that we can win and not make losing decisions. What we're talking about today is negative people on your job. We all
Right.
have negative people on our job. We all will have negative people on our job. And let me hop into this intro. Let me be the very first to say and raise my hand and say, and I'm just being completely honest, I've been in the workforce. I mean, I've been working jobs for, I don't know, 15, 16 years
Right,
now.
right,
And I'm just being straight up and honest. I have been the negative person on the job before. I have been the person that complained about everything. I have been the person that didn't want to do too much work. I have also been the person that don't want to do too much work, but I want to get paid. But I also been a person also that's complained about not getting paid enough, but I don't want to do too much at the same time. Like I have been that guy. I'm just being 100% completely honest. So as we go through this information in this episode, I'm just speaking transparently for myself. I have been a negative person on the job before, so I don't say this like I am exempt from this. This how I
right,
know it so much because I
right,
did it.
right,
You dig what I'm saying?
right,
But being this kind of person and hanging around negative people on the job, these people are not beneficial. It's just not because it will limit and stunt your professional growth and
right,
development,
right,
and it will limit and stunt your income. Like negativity and stunting your development as a professional and your income. They like 6 and 8 running mates. They like cousins. They like
wow.
relatives. They like siblings. Like
Hmm.
negativity and limited development in your skill set and your professional development and your income. They are all in the same boat. They all are um it's just a residual of negativity, really. It's just a
Right.
residual, a result of negativity. Did you want to chime in on anything, babe?
Well, I wasn't a negative Nancy at all.
That's good. That's real good, babe. That's really
No, I'm
good.
kidding. Like, if I were to complain, I didn't complain to a lot of people. I would do more so, to myself.
That's good.
Because being in the educational field, things travel very quickly. And before you know it, like things are getting back to certain people, if you're
Yeah,
talking about them or if you're just being negative, or your principals or your administration, like that stuff goes back to them. So if
that's
I
good.
was complaining, it was with people that I knew wouldn't say anything back,
Hmm.
so I could kind of trust them. But yeah, I mean, to a point I was negative. I just didn't tell a lot of people that I was being negative.
But that's good. You weren't negative on the level that I was negative, but you were still negative though.
Yeah, I was still negative, so I can't
Yeah,
really discount myself from
yeah,
this teaching because
right,
I was negative.
right. But the key word is was. That's past tense,
That's true.
not present tense. You dig what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
So what we're talking about is I know for a fact what I'm speaking on specifically is from straight experience from my past. So now we're going to talk about the primary reason why people are negative on your job. We're just going to talk about the core reason. There's several different reasons, but we're going to talk about the real main reason, and then after that we're going to talk about how it can affect you and give you a solution so it doesn't affect you, or if it is affecting you, you can come out of that. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, if you don't develop in your skill set and your job skills and your professional skills, it's impossible to level up with their income. Like
Right.
they go hand in hand. Your
Right.
skills will pay the bills so you can get some more money to pay some more bills, or you can pay your bills and you can save some money on the side. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, as your skills level up, your income will level up.
Right.
So, and you can't level up your skills or your income with this right here what we're talking about.
Attitude.
So
Right.
the primary reason why people are negative on the job is for social validation.
Hmm.
What do I mean? Social validation is when you want other people to do what you're doing so it feels acceptable and normal.
Right.
This is why they come around you talking. This is why not just you, but you will never see a negative person. You would never see a negative person have having their, I'm gonna just say, negative moment by themselves.
Oh, for sure. No.
It's not gonna happen.
Because they need people to agree, like you said, is that
Social validation.
validation. Yeah, they want people to validate where they're coming from. As they, it's a saying, misery likes company.
Mhm,
And so that is a prime example of what social validation looks like.
mhm.
But yeah, they just want to be negative, and they just want to circle negativity around them, so they won't feel like they're the only ones
Right.
feeling that way.
Isolated. Right.
Hmm.
Now, this is the thing about it. This is the thing. This is a truth right here. The truth is sometimes people are negative about things that are, it really is the truth.
Right.
The
Oh
things that they're
yeah.
saying, it really is the truth.
Right.
But this is the point though. The point is, can you change it? And if you can't, like, complaining about it is not going to help you. Number one,
Right.
it's not going to help you. It's not
Right.
going to level up your skill set, and it's not going to make you more money.
Right.
Complaining about it and being negative is not going to help. But what will help, if you find something to be positive about, something to be grateful about, something to be
Right.
thankful about. Because I don't
Right.
care what you do, whether you work for somebody or you have your own business,
Right.
there's going to be some kind of negative something going on.
Right. That's why you kind of have to tune that out, because sometimes negative people don't want to better themselves. Sometimes they
That's
just
real
want to
talk.
be in the, they just want to be there. They want to stay
That's
there
real talk.
because again, they're trying to get people on the team.
Right.
So you're
Right.
going to see that everywhere you go, in
Mhm.
any industry, in
Yep.
any field, in
Yep.
anything that you do, there's always going to be someone negative. So it's like,
Yeah.
are you going to take that information, and are you going to, really like let that, your perception be deceived
Mhm.
because of it?
Right.
But then you also talked about, yo, I mean, that stuff can be true, but 9 times out of 10, when you see a negative person, a lot of times they don't want to go nowhere,
Mm.
right? They are so stuck in their ways
Mhm.
that they have no choice but to just be just negative,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So it's just like, okay, you just got to discern the situation. You got to discern the person. And once you discern it, like a lot of things that they say, you just let it go through one ear and out the next, or you separate yourself
That
once you
part.
know
Yeah.
who that is. But we're saying, if you are that type of person
Mhm.
and you don't want to level up, then this may not be for you. But if you are that person that wants to level up and you want your skill set to be on,
Right.
on that,
To
the
level
top,
up.
to,
Yeah.
yeah, the top, then my thing is, okay, you need to not be that person,
Right.
you
That part.
know?
And find the, because for every negative there's a positive.
Right,
For every con there's a pro.
right,
You dig what I'm saying?
right,
And that's how you come out of that negative space, because a lot of times those things are true. Like what like
right,
I know at my job, I just leave it at that. I know at my job, some of the things that I have heard and learned, I mean, it is true. But then I'm just sitting here thinking, like, as I'm hearing, I'm just hearing thinking, like, but what does that have to do with selling the car?
right. And my thing is, what you gonna do about it? So let's pause it right there, because a lot of people that are negative and they complain, it's like they're just complaining, but they don't want to be part of the change.
Part of
Like,
the solution.
yeah, like, okay, if it's such a problem,
It's real
then
talk.
let's go ahead and solve the problem. Like,
Right. It's real
what
talk.
are we doing? Why are we complaining if you don't want to solve it?
Hmm.
Like, you're wasting time, you're wasting
Hmm.
energy. Like, get away from me. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because
Real talk.
I mean, you just here just talking stuff, and we don't have time to do that, especially if you're trying to level up.
Right. And the thing about it is, nobody is benefiting. Like, nobody's skill set is getting better.
Right.
Nobody's getting a better position to increase their income. Like, nobody's getting better in this situation, especially with my kind of job. I do not work at clock in and clock out job. So I don't work a job where I can clock in and ride the clock and I'm gonna get paid regardless. I work a sales job. You
Right.
dig what I'm saying? And if you're not in the process of trying to sell a car, like you got problems on your hand. You dig
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you
Right.
can be there for 8, 9, 10 hours all you want to be, but you're
Right.
not getting paid anything because it's 100% commission job. So especially a job like what I work, which is really a skills based job, it's like I don't have time, and especially if you work something similar to this
Right.
effect, you don't have time to listen to somebody's negative opinions that might have some truth to it. But
Right.
at the end of the day, how is this helping me get better with my skill set? And how is this helping me make money? Is not. You dig what I'm saying? And that's the point. That at the end of the day, at the end of the day, after
Right.
everything is said, after the
Right.
smoke clears, the point is not making me better with in my skill set, and is not put more money in my pocket, and is not put more money in your pocket. So, like,
Right. What are we doing?
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
And you got bills, I got bills. You
Right.
dig what I'm saying?
Right.
I know you got bills.
Right.
That's part of the reason why you complaining, because you ain't got enough money for your bills. But this is the reason why right here. So now,
Right.
this is how it'll affect you. You want to read that, babe?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it affects your performance, your effort, and can make you underperform because negative, what is it, negative behaviors, negative,
Being negative.
being negative, and it will not develop your job skills.
Right.
That can increase your
Income.
income.
Yes. Mhm.
So, and then of course we have the
I love to put
solutions.
on that
Go ahead,
real
go
quick.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So with the effects, what she just read was, so it's going to affect you negatively, whether you're hearing the negative talk or you are the one doing the negative talk. At the end of the day, just like I said, it's not going to increase your skill set, which is your it's not going to develop you as a professional. Whether even if you work at Walmart, you're still a professional. You're still an expert in something. It's levels to it, but you still are a professional, and you can develop those skills. You can get better, and as your skills level up, your income will level up.
Right.
But being around negative energy and just complaining, you dig what I'm saying, about everything, that's not helping anybody. And the solution is, you can read it, right?
You can protect your mind and your emotions. Number one, you could be cordial and keep it moving.
Yep, that's it.
Right,
That's the
like,
two solutions.
hey, how you doing? All right, got to go. See you later. Gotta
That's the
get
two
back.
solutions. It's
You
real
know,
simple.
it
I do it
is
all the time. I
right there.
protect my mind and my emotions
That's right.
by staying positive.
That's right.
You dig what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when I hear a complaint or something negative, I always come back with something positive. I be like, well,
At least this.
yep, I'm good for
Right.
that.
Right.
I'm real good for that. You dig
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm like, well, at least they gave us a chance, or at
That's
least.
exactly, at least, like, there
Mhm,
is always some type of positive in a negative
mhm,
situation. Um, and it could be something small, but if you can find the positive in every situation, then you're good to go. Because that again shows, not again, but it shows the gratefulness. It shows
mhm.
how that can translate into real life. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean?
Mhm,
Like in every situation that you may go through, you
mhm,
could see the positive in everything, right?
mhm,
So these are all translating different skills
mhm.
that
Yep.
you can use every day.
Yeah, real talk though. Real
Mm-hmm.
talk.
Mm-hmm.
And protecting your mind and emotions, just staying positive. You dig what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
because the way I see it in my mind, when something negative come towards me, if I don't try to come back with something positive, that negative is gonna sit. And I was talking to
Right.
my wife about it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's
Mm-hmm.
so, long story short, I heard some information, which some of it was true. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, it was complaining. It was not. It was nothing. Okay, this is my point. It
Okay.
was not gonna put any money in neither one of our pocket. At
Right.
the end of the conversation,
Right.
it wasn't gonna add no money to me, and it wasn't gonna add no money to them.
Right.
And I talked to my wife about it, and I'm just like, I'm like, babe, like, you have to, you really have to protect your mind and emotions, because people be so uh uh was like convincing and
Right.
persuasive about
Right.
their negative perception, and
Right.
they be like, I'm like just strong with it, and I'm just, and I know, as I was listening to the information, I know what I was listening to was, I mean, it was complaining. You did what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I gave my wife an example. This is so real. So I was watching this clip on Instagram, and this guy was with some high school students. They were football players, and he said he was telling the kids that was sitting in the back, he was like, "Watch this! I guarantee you, the kids that's in the front got good GPAs." So
Mm-hmm.
he started from the left all the way to the right. All them
Mm-hmm.
kids had over 3.0 GPAs.
Mm.
In sales, I've learned over the years, your above average to top tier salesmen, they have good attitudes.
Yeah.
They have a good attitude.
Right.
And I had to really sit and think to myself, like, wait a minute, like, hold on, let me pay attention. Okay, he don't got a good attitude. Oh, he don't sell a lot
Does
of.
he
Okay,
don't
yeah,
sell a
that
lot of
makes
arms?
sense. That
Right.
makes sense.
Right.
Your above average to top tier salesmen, they have a good attitude. And
That's
I'm just
right.
saying all that to say I had to really go through that thought process in my mind to protect my mind and emotions from the information that was coming to me, which some of it was true, but at the end of the day, it won't put no money in nobody's pocket, so it
That's
don't even
right.
matter.
That's right.
And then number two, you
You're cordial.
be cordial and keep it moving. You be
Mm-hmm.
polite, you be professional, but you don't sit in no. I don't.
And
Th-
foolishness.
yeah, that conversation I had the other day, that was maybe a 3 minute conversation. You dig what I'm saying? Like I do not sit, especially when I'm at work. I don't sit and listen to conversations outside of. I'm just being honest. Outside of something dealing with a car, I'm just being honest. Like I'll talk for a minute. Again, I'll be cordial. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be polite, but
Mm-hmm.
10, 15, 20, 30, 40 an hour talking about no.
About nothing.
No, I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. And that's our recommendation to you. Did you want to chime in on that, babe?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, we do not have time to be sitting around talking about it. And see, one thing about education is a little different because you have to, you're a commission job, right? So
Mhm.
you get paid what you sell. Whereas education, we're salary based.
Right.
So you do have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time on your hands, but I'm just saying, like, it's easy to get into that realm of
Mhm.
being negative because, you know, politics around education,
Yeah.
number one,
Yeah.
right?
Real talk.
And then we're talking about the students now, where, COVID was a big thing. And so, because COVID was a big thing, we're still in that season where we're still, kind of like catching up from COVID,
Mhm.
right? Even though it's almost 6 or 7 years down the line, but
Yeah.
the effects of that thing was really not the best, right? So,
Right.
so playing catch up in that room, it's easy to be negative, or if we don't have supportive parents, like it's so easy to go down the loophole of negativity,
Mhm.
especially in my field,
Mhm.
that you kind of just have to think about, your why, right? And once you think about your why,
That's
let
good,
that be
babe.
your driving force, and let that be the reason why we stick with what we stick with, especially in the educational field, if that's what you're in. um, and not surround yourself with people that are negative, because sometimes it's not as easy for teachers to lose their job because of things like that,
Mhm.
because we need teachers, right?
Right.
Whereas someone in sales, if they're not making the quota, they're like, all right, we gotta let you go. Or even as a salesperson, you're like making quota, you're like, bump that junk, I got to
You're gonna
go.
let yourself
You're gonna
go.
let yourself
They don't
go.
have to fire
They
you.
ain't got to fire
Yeah,
you,
you can let
right?
yourself go.
Right. But education is so different.
Right.
So,
Right.
again, you just have to surround your people that are positive, and they have recognized their why and understand, like, okay, there's a purpose and a reason, behind what they do. And if they're doing it for kids, then I mean, it's all good.
Yep.
So
Yep. That's good, man. That's
yeah.
good. And in order to not fall into the negative pit, you absolutely must
Focus
focus over
over
your
your
emotions
emotions, right?
because all of our jobs, all of our careers, all of our environments,
Right.
all of the facilities we work at, all the people we interact with,
Right.
there is negative elements and there's positive elements. There are negative situations, there are positive situations.
Right.
And when you're focusing over your emotions, you have to identify, okay, why am I leaning more toward the negative? Like, why? Or let me put it like, why am I complaining? You dig what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I had to catch myself. I had to catch myself and identify why am I complaining right now? Like, and then, okay, I give really quick, and I'm not gonna hold this long. Oh, so I was complaining one time, and I was like, man, why am I complaining? And I was complaining because things were not playing out the way I preferred.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had to come to a honest reality, like, okay, but you're not the only person that's dealing with something that's not what they prefer to happen.
Right.
Like like I'm telling you, our emotions will make you feel like you're the only person dealing with what you're dealing with.
Mhm.
You dig what I'm saying? Especially when
Mhm.
you working a job. You dig what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's like, no, that's the norm just about for everybody dealing with what you're dealing with. You dig what I'm
Right.
saying? So I had to check myself on that. Number two, I had to come to understand, okay, my emotions are not my friend.
Right.
My emotions gonna make me feel like this complaining that I'm doing, I'm justified in complaining. You dig what I'm saying? And it's not fair. And then my emotions want to find somebody to throw a pity party with.
That part.
You dig what I'm saying? And this is
Mhm.
why I say our emotions are not our friend, because throwing a pity party is not putting no money in nobody's pocket, number one. And then number two is not leveling up your skill set. You dig what I'm
Right.
saying? No matter what your skill set is, because as you work throughout the job force, the different skill sets that you pick up, you can take it from one opportunity to the next opportunity, and you can level up your income. And then number three, you just have to focus, especially
Right.
when you're dealing with people that is just committed to being negative. You just have to focus on, okay, I know what I'm here for. I'm here to collect as much money as that's reasonable,
Mhm.
and as much success that is reasonable, and then come home and be with my family. Like, that's just real talk. So that's my focus. Like, once I discern a person is committed to being negative, okay, yeah, I'm good. You're only gonna get, a real polite, hey, what's up out of me, and I'm gonna keep it moving.
Right.
And that's what I encourage you guys to do, because again, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, and we look at what matters, being negative and complaining is not putting no money in your pocket. And that's it. Like,
Mhm.
that's the
Mhm.
trump card right there. That's the that is the end of the discussion.
Right.
Because
That's
everybody's
real.
working job to pay their bills.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean? and
That
and
part.
also and also to level up your skill set, and become entrepreneur or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, being negative and complaining is not contributing to that.
That's real.
And that's just the real talk of the situation.
That's real. Well, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good. You kind of solidified it and wrapped it up and concluded um, the message that we had to talk about today. So
Mhm.
hopefully everybody whoever's watching anyway was able to, take some nuggets and apply it
Yeah.
um, to their life like now.
Hmm.
If they feel like they're in that situation where they feel that they are being negative.
Right.
So hopefully this was able to help someone.
For sure.
Yeah.
With that being said, we will be back next week. We have a couple topics that we're kind of debating on,
Mhm.
but we definitely got some good stuff next week,
For
man. That's
sure. For
beneficial.
sure.
It's gonna help you,
Yep.
and ultimately, it's gonna really help you to focus over these funky emotions
That's
that we
real.
all deal with.
That's
So, with
real.
that being said, that is our time for today. We are
G O N
GONE
E
Gone.
gone.